This is the podcast to improve your English listening skills while learning something new in English. Every episode, we bring you interesting topics in simple and clear English, so you can listen, learn, and grow. So, sit back, relax, and let's get started.
All right, so today we're diving into something really cool that you brought to us, and it's all about Raja in Sundanese culture.
Yeah, these are...
So we're going to try and unpack what they are and why they matter.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
So when you're thinking about Raja in the Sundanese context, you're essentially talking about writings or symbols that are thought to have like a magical or spiritual power.
Okay.
And they're really connected to these ideas of ilmu kanaragan, skills related to invincibility, and then ilmu kebatinan, which is often seen as a quest for kind of inner spiritual knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
And then kind of the broader sort of indigenous spiritual traditions of Kejoan.
So these aren't just, pretty designs or anything like that.
No, not at all.
Something else going on here.
Yeah.
So what actually makes a Raja? What are we looking for here?
So typically these Raja are meant to be like charms or talismans for protection,
Okay.
or to like attract good luck and fortune.
Okay.
And they're usually created by, respected figures in the community who have this deep spiritual understanding, like a dukun or an ali hikmah or a kasepuhan. And these are individuals who really hold a lot of knowledge about these traditions.
So what kind of stuff is actually on these Raja? What kind of symbols are we talking about?
Well, this is where it gets really interesting because you often see specific symbols that are believed to hold the supernatural energy.
Okay.
So you might find Arabic script like Huruf Hijaya, ancient Sundanese letters, or other symbols that are considered potent, and they can be written on all kinds of materials like fabric or bark or metal, or even applied directly to the skin.
Whoa. Okay, so using skin as like a medium, that's pretty intense.
Yeah, it really shows a strong belief in the power of these symbols.
And it's not just about good things, is it?
Right, you're exactly right.
But the purpose can go kind of both ways with these.
Yeah, the intention behind the Raja really determines its purpose.
Right.
So yeah, they can be used for beneficial things like protection or healing or even promoting success in business or whatever. But they can also be used for, I guess, what you would consider more negative purposes, depending on the intention of the person who created it.
Like a double-edged sword, kind of?
Yeah, exactly.
Which is something you see in a lot of different belief systems.
Yeah.
There's always that kind of duality.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
So are Raja something that's like uniquely Sundanese, or is it something that pops up in other places?
Well, if you zoom out a bit, while Raja are definitely a big deal in Sundanese culture, this idea of, symbols and writings having power isn't just limited to them.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, you see similar traditions across the whole Nusantara archipelago, places like Java and Bali, even among the Bugis and Dayak communities.
So if it's not just a Sundanese thing, what makes Sundanese, Raja Sundanese? What sets them apart?
That's a great question. And I think what's really fascinating is that it comes down to those local nuances.
Okay.
So Sundanese Raja are distinct because of the specific language that's used in the mantras or spiritual formulas that go with them. And they also often incorporate like unique Sundanese scripts or symbols. And I think really importantly, they're woven into the social and cultural fabric of Sundanese society.
So it's like a shared idea, but expressed in a very specific local way.
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense. So for those of you listening, if this is really piquing your interest, we can go deeper into the history of Raja or the different ways they look. or, how they're used in Sundanese society today, just let us know what you'd like to explore more.
Yeah, this whole topic really brings up a question that I think is worth thinking about.
What's that?
Well, if we're seeing these similar beliefs about powerful symbols in so many different cultures all around the world, what does that tell us about what we all share as humans?
Oh, that's interesting. I like that.
Maybe it speaks to this deep need for protection that we all have, or this desire to influence our lives, or maybe just this kind of universal curiosity about the unseen parts of the world around us.
Yeah, that's a great point. Something to ponder.
Definitely.
All right. Well, that was a great dive. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Thanks for having me.
We'll see you next time.
See you later.
Bye.
Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully useful. Don't forget to like and subscribe.